kids, this is your UK theme park dad, and today we're going to be talking about how I became your UK theme park dad. It all began back in 1979 when I was born. No, not really, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about 1989 when UK theme park granddad, my dad, took me to Drayton Manor for an out-of-season trip to visit the zoo. Walk down by where Gold Rush is now, and if you look across from there, next to the Jungle Cruise, there was absolutely nothing apart from the steel fabrication of a building. I remember my dad saying to me back then, "Oh, I wonder what that's going to be." But that was actually the Pirate Adventure that's still there today, but it's closed. So following that, in 1990, when the ride opened, I was taken to that park by UK theme park great granddad and rode the Pirate Adventure for the first time and was amazed at how great it was. And thus began my love for theme parks. And of course, I was lucky enough in 1994 to experience and be there for the year of the roller coaster opening of Nemesis, Shockwave and the big one at Blackpool. What a fantastic time to be alive. Which is more than I can say for some of you guys, because some of your dads weren't even born then. And then in 1997 I joined with like-minded individuals in the European Coaster Club and met lots of other like-minded geeks and nerds, some of which had websites. Talking now about Matt's Oblivion site, which was starting to cover the construction of Oblivion at Alton Towers, and Rideas, which later, or before, that was known as UKTPD, the UK Theme Park Discussion Board. And even way back then, there was a website called Alton Towers Almanac, ATA, and also the guys at Tower Street were running their site, but it was very, very early days. You think back then there was no mobile phones, no social media, so if you wanted a presence on the internet, you had to design a website. You couldn't just go and bang a video up on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. Way back then you had to create a website, you had to know some HTML, you had to be able to use Macromedia Dreamweaver. So, after a visit to Drayton Manor in 1999, for when Stormforce 10 opened, decided that it was time to make my presence known. And I opened up UDMPS, the unofficial Drayton Manor Park website. It became known as the premier source for all things Drayton Manor. Back then, in 1999, Park were building Project 2000, which later became known as Apocalypse, and also Shootout in Tombstone, which later became Golden Nuggets, and also something that I named Project 3, which was when the theatre was built. So before this handsome face was known as UK Theme Park Dad, I was known as the unofficial Drayton Manor Park site. So while we're on the subject of UDMPS, I have in my possession this, which is my theme park archive box. And in here is all of the stuff I used for that website back in the day. And whilst going through this box, everybody know what this is? This was taken on film. And to prove it, here are the negatives of what we're talking about. Ta-da! So, in this little photo folder, we've got a couple of old postcards. There's a picture there of the snake train at Drayton Manor from way back when, and also a postcard of the Pirate Adventure, and the equivalent one for the old Jungle Cruise. And you will remember that I talked about Golden Nuggets, that's now called, what's it called now? Sheriff Showdown, something like that. Well, here is the original promotion shot, hand painted on a board outside the old Jungle Palladium building. So if you want to see more stuff from the UK Theme Park Dad archive, then like and subscribe, because those videos are going to be pretty decent. And then in 2005, I had to stop UDMPS because I became a dad. Not UK Theme Park Dad, just a dad. 2 times. So in my nearly 20 years hiatus, I've seen all of you kids come in with your fancy social medias, spreading untrue rumours about things that happened back in the day, like the portcullis on the haunted house dropping down, which never happened. It never even happened. And then the new vampire cars are better than the old ones, when there's no way you could have ridden it. And all of you kids are coming in, buying your theme park memorabilia from the 90s and being like, "Ooh, look at all this old stuff I've got here." Well, all the old stuff I've got's the proper old stuff from when I was a lad. Anyway, so in 2024, I'm back to put all you meddling kids straight on the misinformation that you've been spreading. And you know that we don't take things too seriously by looking at our other videos. Yeah. And we're just out to have a little bit of fun and have a pretty decent time. So apparently, from watching other videos, this is how you're supposed to do an outro. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you know when I upload next. So thanks for watching. Bye!